Hello, and welcome to the Enlisted to Medical Degree Preparatory Program Briefing on Experiences. I'm Gustavo Ruiz, your host for today. Don't forget, please scan this QR code to join our EMDP2 interest list. It'll take you right to our website. What are we going to cover today? Well, we're going to cover the application subsection on experiences. What is an experience? What are the experience types? How to format my experiences? And we're going to look at some examples. Today, we're just going to highlight experiences, and if you're looking for other information for your application, please visit our website. EMDP2 prepares our applicants for your AMCAS application, the American Medical College Application Service. It helps you to streamline in your process for success. So what you see on your application for EMDP2, it mirrors your application for medical school. We do it this way to prepare you and make you competitive later on. This is what you will see when you open your experiences box. You can have a maximum of 15 experiences that you can submit, but no less than 4 experiences. Now, we've had folks that have submitted 4, but I would tell you to send as many as you can. I strongly encourage you to use every opportunity to help us get to know you better, all right? There's 700 character limits per experience, which is roughly about 6 sentences. Generally focus on experiences in the past 5 years, but it's okay to send experiences that are older as long as they're relevant to your path to medical school. These are the types of experiences. There's a drop-down box, right? Select the experience type from the drop-down menu. Identify which type of experience you want to highlight. It could be anything. A strong application has a mix of different experience types, right? Most sections are straightforward. And the other at the bottom, well, that's your open box to really share anything about you that you find meaningful. Awards, hobbies, work. We'll talk about it a little bit in depth later on. Quantify your experience in the hours box, right? Not just include the hours of execution on the experience, but also the hours that you took to prepare for that task, for that mission, right? The start and end dates of your experience may be short or expansive. One-time events are also welcome, and ongoing projects roles, they can be experiences too. Remember to be accurate and truthful with what you express. The committee is going to read every experience that you write, and there may be committee members that have done things that you've done, or been places where you've been, or know people that you know. So it's very important that you set yourself up for success. Be authentic, be accurate, be truthful. What is an experience? It is a chance to show the EMDP2 Admissions Committee who you are. Highlight what makes you uniquely stand out from every other applicant. This is where you separate yourself from the bunch. A chance to showcase yourself in detail beyond your personal statement. Although you may have used some experiences in your personal statement, it's okay to use them here. It's what's meaningful to you. Experiences should be meaningful to you and impact your life. Reflect on how your unique experiences have prepared you to transition into the military's medical school preparatory program. Applicants sometimes say, I don't have that many experiences, I'm not that old, or I haven't been in the military that long. But you do. You have so many. Learn how to recognize your strengths and skills. Your evaluations, for example, it's a perfect place for you to look at experiences, the things that you've been involved with, the things that you've been in charge of, the people you've led, the teams you've been part of, right? Your NCO leadership is exactly what EMDP2 is looking for. Your awards is another place where you can look for experiences. What did you achieve? Express those experiences to us. How do you give back to your community? Let's look at this first experience. Clinical medical work, right? Some of you have that background. Some of you are involved in hospitals and clinics or have a specialty in the medical field. This works to your advantage. Your work experiences have taught you responsibility, teamwork, reliability, and unique skills. We want the next leaders in medicine. A medical background affords you the opportunity to use your career to set yourself apart as an expert in the medical field, right? What impact have you had on the practice of medicine? But it's okay if you don't have a background in medicine, because the different specialties out there, which we want EMDP2 wants applicants from every MOS, AFSC, and rate to apply. Those experiences are also valuable. You can express those things that you've learned in your jobs, wherever you are. If you're a mechanic, right? If you are a linguist, imagine that, the diversity that you bring, the knowledge of diversity. If you're a mechanic, you're fixing things. Well, you're just switching from fixing a helicopter to fixing a human, which has probably been your passion this whole time. There's so many ways that you can express what you do in your experiences. Clinical shadowing. Shadowing a physician in the clinical environment is highly recommended. Please, if you don't have any shadowing hours, go knock on doors. Go to a hospital, go to a clinic. Ask somebody, sir, ma'am, I'm planning to become a physician. Can I shadow you? And what does a shadow do? They're on the background, right? They don't speak, they don't touch. They're a shadow. It's your opportunity and chance to see, to learn, to listen. And here's a piece of advice. Journal. Journal during your shadowing experiences. This is a great way for you to jot down details in the moment or right after it happens. What kind of details? The relationship that you saw between the doctor, the patient, the family, what you felt, the medical team, things that happened. Because imagine 6-8 months later when you're writing down your experiences on your application, trying to remember details 8 months ago. But you go back to your journal and you're able to see and feel them all over again. A history of shadowing shows the EMDP2 admissions committee that you've confirmed yourself to a career in medicine in the path that you want to take. It shows connection. And don't just lay down on your medical experiences if you're in the medical field. You also want to be disciplined and use your personal time for shadowing. It shows the committee that you're not just doing your job, you're actually investing in shadowing and looking for a new perspective, right? Imagine someone that doesn't have any medical experience, that's not in a medical field, but takes the time out of their job to go and shadow. They're doing two things. So just don't rely on your medical experience, okay? Leadership, probably my favorite experience. Being a leader and reading experiences is just amazing for me to see all of you out there doing the things that you're doing. But here's the important part of a leadership experience. It's not that you've been a leader in charge of things or all the taskings or all the missions. Reality, the experience of a leadership is when you realize that people are not working for you and that you're working for them. The leadership experiences should be an expression that you're willing to do anything and everything that you ask the folks that work with you to do. Your leadership experiences is setting the example, carving the path for those that follow you. That's the leadership experience. Leadership takes many forms. Not all leaders have a title. You can lead from a junior position. When they see that, they follow it. That's what we're looking for. Leaders now, leaders in the future. Leaders in medicine. Distinguish yourself. Set yourself apart. Awesome. Community volunteer service. Pivotal. Think about it. The Uniformed Services University. You are serving your nation, right? What better way for you to show the connection that you have to your community, to serving humanity? Medicine is a lifetime career of service. Show us your continued passionate drive to give back to your community. And it doesn't have to be an organized volunteer service program. It could be you serving your neighbor. It could be you serving your family. It could be you serving those next to you, your soldiers, Marines, sailors, airmen. The EMDP2 Admissions Committee verifies volunteer experiences. Remember that. So be truthful and accurate about all your experiences. This is a great way for you to show that you're becoming a well-rounded military physician in what part of what we are looking for in an applicant. Scientific research, important, right? It shows the trajectory of academia and a passion for medicine. For science, right? It gives you a chance to show the difference you make in medicine or in science. Demonstrates your ability to succeed in a challenging academic environment because there's professional writing involved. So if you have the chance for scientific research, do it. And if you don't worry. It's not required. The admissions committee understands that not every military applicant has the opportunity to get involved in research. But if you have the opportunity, get it in. The other box. This is the blank canvas. This is where you can express so many things that you've done. Your personal life, relationships, awards, things that you've accomplished, hobbies, right? What are the things that you're involved with? Just because you love to hike or you love to dance or poetry, think about it. How can you make those experiences and connect them to helping humanity? If you love poetry, can you go read poetry to a patient in a hospice room before they leave this earth? If you love to hike, could you join the Wounded Warrior Project and hike with them? Right? If you love makeup, can you go to a place where people feel down and bring them life with what you do? Connect your hobbies to helping humanity. Travel, diversity, everywhere you go, intercultural awarenesses, empathy. Think about it, not just having fun wherever you go, but looking at disparity, maybe poverty, maybe differences in healthcare. It's a great way for you to express yourself. Let us know. Let us get to know you. All right, how to format an experience. Probably the bones of this whole briefing, right? There are 3 parts that you want to use when you break down your experiences, right? I've broken down with names. The first part is the description. Now, usually I get a whole box of description. The mission, what you were in charge of, what happened, how many people, how much equipment is usually one box of description. I'm looking for part 2 and part 3. It's okay to extract these parts from that experience that you may have. And this is why this format's important. So let's look at the description part. This is the who, what, where, and when of the experience. The reader needs to understand what is the experience about in the first 2 to 3 sentences. Now, the experience box has about 700 characters in the body, which usually translates about 6 sentences. So in the first 2, give us that description. Tell us what the experience is. All right? What mission? How many people? Give us that information. Now, part 2 of the experience, and probably just as important or even more important than part 1, hence called importance. Who did it help? This mission that you were part of, right? What community or person did it help? And if it didn't help a person, why was this experience important? Was it national security? Was it an effort internationally? Let the reader understand that your experience is helping a person, community, or a mission develop, improve, or succeed. All right? In part 3, the most important in my opinion, the meaning. Usually I get a list of things that people have done. They've been everywhere and done everything. But sometimes they fail to give me the meaning, the why this experience was meaningful to them. What did they learn from this experience? How did this experience change them? How did it make you better? What new outlook, what new perspective did you receive from this experience? How did it change you? How did it make you better? How did you grow? How did it prepare you for where you are today? And you can really format any experience that way. Let's take an example. Imagine your experience was you're a leader or a member of a program. Let's look at better opportunities for single service members. Easy experience. You give us the description, what it was, what you did, how many people, where it was, description. Then you give us the 2, the importance. Why is boss or being part of this program important? Because it's helping a community, your community. Your soldiers, your sailors, your Marines, your airmen that are single, that are alone, that are new to an organization. Important. Right? Making them a family. right? They're working all day or all night or deployed, but they know that someone cares. Importance. And then the meaning. Just of an experience as simple as a boss, leader, or representative. The meaning. What did you get from it? Right? You took a step forward to help people in need because you remembered how it was getting to an organization when no one knew you, when you were alone. You're giving back. You develop empathy. You develop leadership. That's the meaning of the experience. So simple. 3 parts, 1 simple experience. Let's look at some experiences here, examples that I've chosen. All right? I want you to read them for yourself. This is a paramedic school. This candidate clearly gives us the 1, 2, and 3 parts. The description, right? The importance, why they're going to paramedic school is important, right? And then the meaning, right? Discovering a new level of commitment to the patients. A thrill of learning and helping people will always overweigh any challenges. Now, this experience is very good in my opinion, but the next experience that this candidate wrote, it's pretty much after paramedic school. They're in the field. The first time this candidate did CPR, right? After paramedic school. A patient comes in, right? Brought in to the resuscitation room with CPR in progress. They're watching. Everyone is an orchestra together. Hearts racing because they know they're next in line to perform CPR. And when they do, they express, they take us into the moment. What they're feeling, what they're seeing. The team giving this candidate instruction as they're performing CPR. Importance in the 3. Those 2 minutes felt like the longest of her life and will always hold great significance for her, as it was the first time she truly understood the weight of someone's life depending on her performance. What an incredible way to express experience in detail. So, I hope that these tips help you formulate, execute, and prepare your application for submission. I can't wait to read your experiences. Don't sell yourself short. You're full of experiences that make you a great applicant. Avoid sending paragraphs of job descriptions that we've discussed. Explore what it means to you instead. Description, importance, and meaning. It's all about impact. This takes us to some resources. Our application period is from May to September, right? Your best resource is our webpage. So here's our link, or use our QR code. Watch our application tutorial video, join our interest list to stay up to date, and start early and ask us questions. Thank you so much for your attention. Bye.